What's up guys, welcome to another episode of Battleset, and today we're gonna be opening another Battleset. And I'm super excited to be opening this. It is Beyblade Surge Motorstrike Battleset. Fantastic. I had it for a while too, I just hadn't taken the time to open it. But here we are, we're finally here. I did get through some of the random boosters that I wanted to before we got to this. Not for any particular reason, but here it is. This of course is an arena with a motor in it. I do love these kinds of arenas with a lot of gimmicks. This does have a motor in it, and then you turn this and it will start spinning one way. So you know, it's like a real vortex arena, which is fantastic. That said, because you can make it spin one way or the other, battles in here should probably stay at either only right spinning or only left spinning instead of mixing the two, because this, depending on the way it's turning, it will give an advantage to those directional Beyblades. So if you mix and match, if you do a right spin against left spin, then one will always be at a disadvantage. Also, it does come with two Beyblades, Evo Lucius and Endbringer L6 and Evo Hyperion Flamebringer H6, which is fantastic. I would think they would bring Evo Helios here, but Evo Helios is in a double pack, which we don't have yet. But that's okay, that's okay. We will check this two out, which is fantastic. And yeah, that's really all I had to say. So let's open this and see if it spins not only the Beyblades, but the arena itself. So let's go. But before we continue, leave us a like if you've been enjoying this series and consider subscribing to not lose future videos of But Does It Spin. So are you ready? Let's go. And here we are with everything out of the box, aside from the stadium, which we will take a look in a little bit. Let's take a look first at the ripcord launchers. These, of course, are like standard ripcord launchers from all of Hasbro's line. It's okay. You can get pretty decent results with this, actually. A lot of the fan-made tournaments here, you do see a lot of people using this because that's all they have. And you know, the results are not bad at all. It's pretty decent. The only thing is, with the light launcher from Pro Series, you do get better results more easily. And with a string launcher, you know, it's just more convenient to have. But you know, if this is all you have, it is not bad. Now taking a look at the Beyblades, here we do have Evo Helios chip with the Flamebringer blade. Of course, all of the gimmicks have been stripped from this. It is very, very empty inside here. It is very light because of that, but that is okay. Here we have the Evo Hyperion chip with the Flamebringer blade. The blade, of course, is very empty inside, as you can see, and because of that, it is super light. But that's how most of the Beyblades were here towards the end of Speedstorm. But that's okay, that's okay. This chip is supposedly the third best slopes, behind only to Doom Caesar D6 and Dragon D6. So you know, it's the third best. Why not? Pretty good. It's decent. This, of course, is a right-turning attack type, and you can see that it does have some aggressive attacks. Some of these are more like a counter-attack, but over here you can see it is a heavier damage-dealing smash attack. It's okay. It's not too bad. Of course, it would have been better with all the gimmicks, but you know, no gimmicks. It's okay. It's okay. The forge disc that we get with this is a 6. It is like the other even numbered forged disc, it is more elliptical. That said, it is not as heavy as some of the other even numbered forged discs. It is more elliptical and is able to put frames more easily. Of course, no frames came with this, but that's okay. It is better for attack types, which Hyperion is. So, you know, it's an okay disc to have. The driver here, of course, we do have Exceed X, which does have this this upgrade component, but of course the upgrade component, you can't take it off. It is just on here as a one thing, just there. The tip also, it is not rubber, it is just plastic, but you know, it is very flat, so it will be aggressive. You might lose stamina more quickly, and though this might help somewhat with life after death, if it's caught over here on this side and this side, it could cause stamina loss and some disbalance. But you know, it is what it is. Just like all Speedstorm drivers, it is a little taller, and because this was already flat, it's not flattened, you know, but the driver weight is pretty standard for all Speedstorm drivers. Moving on to this one, it does have the Evo Lucius chip, which the slopes are just average, so the slopes are worse than Hyperion's, but you know, it is okay. It is kind of sad that it does have these holes that take out its eye, so you know, the Cyclops Lucius, but it's okay. The blade here, this does remind me a lot of the Hell Carabax blade, but you do see that these are very tiny counterattacks. No real smash attack except for maybe here and here, but you know, it's very round. A lot of counters over here, maybe a strong attack here, maybe here, but you know, mostly it's just really round. Of course, this is also very, very light because has no filling in it, has none of the gimmicks, but you know, it is what it is. The forged disc that came with it is a vertical, and right off the bat you can see that it is very tiny, but also it has a lot of holes, so it is very light, so it is not very heavy. It does have weight distributed towards the outside, but the outside isn't very outside because the forged disc is pretty small. It is also lighter than a lot of the other discs, so you know, I don't think this helps much in most anyways. The weights distributed symmetrically like this can help it a little bit with the momentum and with the balance, I guess, but like I said, it is nothing too fantastic, but you know, it's better than nothing. The driver here is interesting. It is a Drift SP. It is taller than the normal Drift, and it does not have any free spinning component here made out of POM or anything. So you know, it is tall because it is Speedstorm, and because it is Speedstorm, the tip also is not pointy. It is flattened, as you can see, because all Speedstorm drivers have been flattened, so they do move around in the Speedstorm arena better. But yeah, this is not POM, this is not free spinning, so it will have more friction than the Takara Tomy counterpart. But you know, it is what it is. It is bulky. I think it could be interesting. It is tall though, so it will lose balance more easily, I believe. It is fat and wide, so this part could help with life after death, but we'll have to see. So yeah, these were the parts. Let's assemble it, test it out, and battle against each other in this motorized arena. Before we do the test, I forgot to mention the batteries are not included, okay? You have to get your own batteries. But yeah, let's test it out. And that's it, folks. As you saw, the arena works fantastically. I do think it's amazing. They do help carry the Beyblade out more. And even though Lucius is a defense type, this arena helps it do really strong attacks when he gets into the arena. It carries him really fast to smash onto his enemies. I think that is fantastic. That said, because the tip of Exceed X is a lot bigger and flatter than Drift's tip, it did lose out stamina a lot more quickly, and I do feel like the battles were decided not by how heavy the attacks were, but by their stamina. So Evil Lucius did end up winning both times because of that. But yeah, it is an interesting arena. Like I said, to have battles here, we will have to keep to right versus right or left against left. But I did like that quite a bit. I do think it's a very cool arena. It is quite loud, however, but overall I do think it's a very, very cool arena to have in your collection. And, you know, the Beyblades are also pretty fun for what they are. They're very decent Speedstorm Beyblades. And that's what I had to say. That's what I had to show. Take the conclusions you like from that. Leave us a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to see more videos like this. Of course, we are focusing more on Beyblades, but we do also bring other spin tops that are not Beyblade related. And sometimes even stuff that are not even spin tops, but that we try to spin just to see if we can. So if you're into stuff like that, I'll see you next time. And until then, stay nerdy, guys.